Hey, what's going on, everybody? You know who I am. We're here back with yet another episode of Talking the Climb. This time with Rafa, one of the most requested people for you guys. So if you have any other suggestions, make sure you leave them down in the comment or let me know in my new Discord server. Also, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and like the stream to show your support. Every single like and every single subscription, very much appreciated. Now, without any further ado, let's get on with the video. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Talking the Climb, and this time I have one of the most long awaited and most requested episodes from you guys. Is the one and only Rafa. How you doing, my man?
I'm doing very good, bro. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great. I'm really excited to talk to you because, just like the fans, I think we've been in conversation for a while, but the universe has found some way of just preventing it from happening. So I'm really glad it's happening, mainly because I've seen you as a player from the very start. But before we get into all of that, let's just go back to Rafa. So tell me a bit more about yourself, like who Rafa is, like who Santosh Kumar really is.
First of all, Santosh is a nerd, can say, like till fifth or sixth standard, I would say. During the sixth standard, I was playing football and I just fell down. I had a fracture on my right wrist. So after that, I couldn't play sports. Then only, I came to Chennai and I went into a gaming cafe. I started playing Call of Duty. I liked it. I wanted to play more. I found out it had multiplayer, so from that it started. So yeah, I'm here now.
Yeah, where in the entire journey did you pick up the name Rafa? Because like it's a very
Yeah, well,
interesting choice.
it was before the start of Valorant. There was a series called Narcos Mexico. I think you'll know about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
there is a character called Rafael or something.
Uh huh.
Yeah, the hero calls him Rafa. So I just like the name. I just picked it. That's why.
Nice. Yeah, it's a very unique name. I especially like it when, like, it's not as compared to other names where people are just like, I felt like it, so I did. It's more like you vibe with something and you feel
Yeah.
that connection. So it's like, yeah, that's exactly what it is for me. So it's really nice. But I want to go back to what you mentioned, which is like your history with like playing sports in general, like football, and then finding the multiplayer. Was that competitive spirit like always in you? Is that why you're in esports now?
Yeah, kind of. You can say that. Yes, I was always competitive. I just wanted to win everything, and yeah, that's it. I just want to win everything. But the kind of situation right now kind of feels bad, but I think I can do it.
Talking to Flex, he did tell me like you were one of the most celebrated players in the South Indian scene. Like, one of the players who really pushed forward from CS:GO, and he was the newer player. So I want to ask you a bit more about that. Like, what has it been like shifting to Valorant from having being like a pro player in CS:GO very much as compared to, I assume, when you came to CS:GO, it was more about trying to see if you could become a pro. Now coming into Valorant, you're like, I'm definitely a pro. I just have to make it to the levels that I really want to make it.
Well, in CS:GO, I was not that good to be honest. I used to play with a lot of top players like Sai, Amatras. I have played with them in Faceit, but not in tournaments as such. Everyone used to call me, Faceit puck star. I just wreck everyone in Faceit. Whereas in tournaments, it was a bit different. My team, I wouldn't say it was very good. No, my team tried their best, but we couldn't reach the top. So yeah, eventually we gave up. Everyone went into their own paths. Such. So yeah, here I am.
Where along that part did you end up meeting like Flex and Stoner? Because like you three have been like the core of Team Tamilas in
Yeah.
Valorant for the past 5 months, and like that core has not changed at all. It's the reason why TT is as strong as they are today.
Well, in CS, we weren't teammates at start. We were playing in different teams. We used to compete against each other. And during I would say like before the switch of Valorant, like 1 year past that, we formed a new team in Chennai. Me, Stoner, Flex, and two more guys. Our captain Melvin. He started all of this. He wanted to create Chennai's best team so that we can compete with the North teams. And we did give a fight. We went to a Goa land. We tried our best. We came second.
Yeah.
After that, correctly, Valorant started. Everyone started playing that. The beta stage. Everyone liked it. but I didn't like it at the start because I wanted to prove something in CS:GO.
Mm-hmm.
But after waiting a month or so, I knew I have to look at the future, right? So CS:GO scene was kind of dying in India, so I just eventually shifted to Valorant.
Yeah, you have to make sure that you're on path with that career. I get the idea though of like making like you feeling that hey, I have something left to finish with CS:GO. So I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe you'll get a chance to do that, or maybe Valorant is that perfect answer for you. What I am really curious about though, it's as you mentioned, like being from like having grown up in Chennai myself. I know the difference in like the availability and the access to like gaming computers. Like there is Blur, that is one thing, but
Yeah.
like other than that, like as compared to like in Mumbai, where there's a cafe in every like neighborhood, like a really prominent cafe, really like heavily set up, like top class quality. Did you ever like think that was maybe a sort of stopping factor in like the way you approach the esports scene as compared to North Indian teams as a South Indian player?
Yeah, always. North Indians had always upper hand in these kind of factors. For example, there were many orgs in north side, whereas in south side, a little bit. And compared to the skill level, I would say there is not much of a difference because there are very good teams in south side. We can see in CS:GO. I mean, there's a team called Blaze. They are actually
Yeah.
pretty good. Actually, they are the best team in India right now. But before that. They used to play as my team, which is Unknown Esports. We used to play with them in many tournaments. Just went both ways. I would say we have won a lot. They also won a lot. But after that, the our team kind of went into a slump, I would say. So the problem is everyone in our team lost motivation because we kept losing, which I didn't like. No, I didn't. I just wanted to win. I knew we had the potential to win, but yeah, everyone had their personal lives to take care.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Because as an idea, like I feel like in general, life has its ups and downs, and it's very important for you to be consistent when you're at that down to be able to reap the total benefits of the up. But that actually also brings me perfectly to my next question, because like Team Tamilas, like as you said, right, there's not many organizations in South India as compared to North India, where there's like even though there's like so many specific organizations, even some foreign, mostly their like player base or their audience or base, their fan base, they feels very much northern. How does it feel like to have like be the sort of leaders in North India, South India, sorry, and also like sort of represent an entire city, like the emotion of Chennai carrying with you?
yeah, it feels like I would say IPL. CSK. So same thing. Our fans, their love and support always been there for us. Even if we lose, they'll be there. Even if we win, they'll be there. They'll just keep spamming the chat. It gives us confidence and it gives us the motivation to perform better. But yeah, I think they would and agree with us that we are in a bad phase right now. But TT is still the best team in Tamil Nadu, I would say. So we just have to put in our time and practice to make sure that we still can be in the top three teams in India.
Yeah.
And with our skills, I mean, the skill level, I think, yeah, we'll be there eventually. But for that, we have to keep grinding, keep pushing, and I feel we can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think like it's one thing to know that you're one of the best players in the like region in general, but it's another thing to have already proven it by winning an entire tournament, and you guys have already done that. But over the past few months, like a few issues coming up with respect to like the besides the core, like the other players, and really the motivational factors and the personal life factors, as you mentioned earlier, which end up playing into a player's mind. Like those have eventually just marred Team Tamila. So what I want to ask you is like a lot of fans, just like you, right? They find themselves in this really shitty situation where the universe gives you like really dicey circumstances. What do you do to like calm yourself down, get through it, and what can we expect from Team Tamilas in the future?
Yeah, for me, I'll always take time away from Valorant. That is, I won't be playing Valorant for like 2 days straight. I'll just think of other stuff. Then after 2 days, we as a team, me, Stone and Flex, we come to team speak. We just talk about stuffs which happened, should have been avoided the first, and yeah, that's it. That will fix our problems, I guess. Then coming to Team Tamilas, you know, we won the series three, as you all know, and series four, it was a very huge loss for us. We lost to a team called Powerpuff Boys
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, it was a huge blow for us because we it's not like we didn't perform properly. We had some issues or situations where our fourth and fifth were from Sri Lanka. They had to play with 140 ping. It's very difficult for a person to play with 140 ping against a five pinger. It's
yeah,
really difficult. So I'll say that not qualifying to the top 16 in Series 4. Yeah, it was a huge blow for us, as I mentioned earlier. But it is what it is. We have to improve as a team. We can't keep giving excuses that no two players had high ping. That's why we lost. We can't say that because it's a team game. Other three could have performed. So yeah, coming into series four, I don't know what happened because I didn't play that
yeah.
match, I guess, so I can't say anything about it. Whereas, yeah, the one thing which I want to say to the entire fans of Team Tamilas that till date we didn't practice, we didn't scrim against a single team, and we didn't have a proper boot camp, and still we are managing to do something with this lineup. So yeah, just give us some time. I think we can, with proper boot camp, proper IGL, proper players, the consistent players in our team. I think we can be top three easily.
Yeah, I think you mentioned CSK earlier, right? Like I remember going through the entire building of that CSK team. It didn't happen in like 1 month or even one season. It took time and it took a lot of effort. And the effort part, I know for a fact that the fans already see within that core. Now it's just a question of you guys finding the right support in your fourth and fifth player to really push you through. And Series 5, as you mentioned, I remember that day too because like we were getting ready to cast it, and then I remember talking to you about it later. This small technical issue happened with you where you're not able to make it. So it's just like shitty circumstances
Yeah,
presented to you by the universe, and you can't really help it. But I really love the attitude, as you mentioned, like just trying to put the past in that, just that, like put it in the past and work on the future is what's really important. And I'm sure the fans will appreciate that too. But I want to ask you about something you mentioned about the boot camp. So a lot of teams now, like Team Mahi, for example, they're in their boot camp already. Godlike, I think they've recently reached their boot camp, and XCZ and GE, they're planning the same too. Will we ever see a Team Tamilas boot camp in, say, the next 6 months or so?
yeah, I guess you can, but in the current situation, we don't have proper fourth and
Hmm.
fifth. We can't go to a boot camp with a temporary fourth and fifth. That won't work, right?
Yeah.
We just have to take a month, try new players, something like that. Find a perfect fourth and fifth. Then we can talk about the boot camp, I guess. But I mean organization Team Tamlas is ready to give us a boot camp, but we three, we just wanted a perfect fourth and fifth so that
Hmm.
we as a team would go to a boot camp, do all the practice and stuff to make sure that we can be in the top three. But till that, we are just finding our players.
Yeah, an important step-by-step approach. Like first, solidify the team, make sure
Yeah,
that you guys are on the same page and want to achieve the same thing. Then it really helps to get into that same house, so you can start working on that same goal together. But I think the fans will really appreciate that it's definitely in the pipeline somewhere down the future where the team is solidified. So guys, keep supporting. Make sure that you show them your love because, as Rafa said, that really is what is important. Now, I want to shift back towards the game a little bit because you mentioned that you initially did not like Valorant that much. So, talk to me a bit about that. Like, what was the first impression into Valorant, and how much has that changed over the last 5 months of playing it?
yeah. First, I'll talk about my CS:GO days. The one thing I liked about CS is because of the the mechanics, game mechanics. I I am a very aggressive player. I just like
Yeah.
to shoot heads. That's it. That's my
Yeah.
role in my team. I'm just an entry fragger. And coming into Valo, there are not only shooting, there are extra abilities that you have to use, right? So first, I thought Valorant wouldn't be that successful because it's an FPS game, not a game like Dota or League of Legends. To use spells and all that. So actually, after playing for 2 months, I would say I just started liking it. Okay, actually, this game can be good. And first I hesitated to shift from CS because I always felt my game was dependent on my aim. I just
Hmm.
and I just have to frag. Whereas in Valorant, you have to use abilities and all that to the extra abilities that your abilities, the ultimates, all that you have to use to win the game. I first, I was not a big fan of that, I would say. So, yeah, but after playing it, I just started liking it. My favorite agent is, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Just you have to go first, use your own flashes. No need to ask, teammate support. Just go into the site, kill everyone. That's it. I like that, so I just kept playing Phoenix. That's it. First I started playing Reina, if I'm not wrong, because I just played two agents when I first started Valorant. That is Jet and Reina.
Uh-huh.
So Flex had to play Jet because he's our opper.
Yeah.
So I had to play Reina, and first was Reina, then slowly shifted into Phoenix. Now I'm really preparing race.
Okay.
I would yeah, I'm actually playing a grinding race, but the sad part is I miss all my ulti kills. People tease me for that, but yeah, even Sabrosa can miss it. I can also miss it, right?
Exactly. That's actually exactly what I was thinking. I mean, you don't need to hit the ulti kills if you're just tapping heads left, right, center. But hey, as you said, right, you just picked up that agent. You're still getting used to it. So I'm sure you'll get to that point where you'll get the aces with that ultimate and the rest of the abilities with combined with your aim. But I want to go back to Phoenix for a second because I think I personally like I love that agent's attitude because unlike the other agents in the game, it really feels like Phoenix has a personality, you know? Like Sage, she's very much just chill and calm. Jet, she has a little bit of an attitude sometimes, but usually she's just like slow paced. And Reyna, she's just like evil sort of. It's not like multi-dimensional attitude. Phoenix, he's like he actually get at least I get to connect with him as a player. So did you like ever like do you like the voice lines that he says, or in general do you like that sort of stuff in Valorant? Because I don't think that's there in CS:GO, right?
No, it's not there in CS:GO. First I was hesitant to play Phoenix. Flex and Stone, just asked me, just try it. No, it's your agent. They were like, you have to play Phoenix. It's made for you like that. So, yeah, first I was hesitant. After I started playing with Phoenix, I almost failed all my flashes. I flashed my teammates only. So yeah, it's a very fun agent to play because the what's that the character it's very chill.
Yeah.
When you get a kill or something, it's like some
Yeah.
weird noises. After getting three kills, you'll like triple baby and
Yeah.
all that. It just hypes up your team and yourself. So yeah, I just started liking Phoenix so much. I just it was my main for sure till now.
So like I remember seeing still on your Instagram handle the radiant triangle that came through, and watching your streams I knew it was mostly just Phoenix like we were playing to get there. So what was the like the feeling, the satisfaction of getting that radiant triangle? And during that journey did it ever feel like instead of just being a CS:GO turned Valorant player you had become a full on just Valorant professional player?
Yeah, in first act, you know, my highest rank was just Diamond 2. After the first act ended, me and my fellow CS:GO friends had like a competition among us that who would reach Radiant first. It was obviously Flex who reached Radiant first, and after that, yeah, it was a very difficult task, I would say, to reach the highest rank in a game that you have been playing. That I always, played on Singapore server, so you just
Hmm.
get to play with the, people who have not higher skills, but who are just better than you, I would say,
Yeah.
because their level is just something else.
Yeah.
So competing against them and reaching Radiant was like very big task for me. I just did it, and if I could, if I could reach Radiant, I could also, complete the Radiant Dorito triangle. It's the first, I think. Mohit Wake did it. Then after that, SK Rossi. So if they both could do it, I think I can also do it. I just tried. I know I didn't try hard for that. I just kept playing. I finished a triangle. Then people are like, "Oh my god, how did you complete the Dorito triangle? Man, it's too difficult."
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, if you want to do something, you have the interest in it. I think you can do it."
Yeah, that's a
No, that was,
very important
yeah.
point.
So yeah, my interest was to get the full Dorito triangle first and try to make it into the APAC leaderboard, which sadly I couldn't do it because I lost many matches. So, but I'm pretty sure I'll do my best. For a personal achievement, I think I'll make it into the top 100 APAC leaderboards next act for sure. I'll do it, man.
I mean, alright,
Uh,
guys, that's something for you to look out for. Because, as you
yeah,
mentioned, you started out with like just Diamond 2, got to that full Radiant Triangle, and now, I mean, the obvious next step will become that. And the fact that you're already improving as a player, like the fact that you're picking up new agents, it's the perfect path to getting to that place. Because it means that you're understanding the game better as a whole. Because being an analyst, I know, like, I don't have the aim, but in terms of game sense, it's definitely important to like start understanding different agents, how they look at the game and stuff like that. And when that becomes like innate knowledge and muscle memory, you get better as a player. So I'm sure we're going to see Rafa in that top 100 leaderboard, just joining the ranks of the top, as you mentioned. But like, what I want to ask you now is, how does it feel, now, like, given the way Riot works as a company? Like, I come from a League of Legends background where Riot values esports a lot. Like, the idea of setting up proper tournaments, the idea of making sure there's a healthy ecosystem, all of that. Like, does it feel any different, like being in this ecosystem where you can actually look forward to the next year, where you know for a fact there's going to be a lot of tournaments and a chance for you to really prove yourself again and again?
yeah. When I was playing CS:GO, compared to Riot, Valve were kind of lazy, I would say. No, they didn't give full importance to CS:GO. I would say they were fully concentrating on Dota 2 and all that. Whereas in Riot, they're just fully committed to fully committed to Valorant. They keep track of every tournaments that's happening in India. They make sure that no two tournaments clash or something like
Yeah.
that. So yeah, I think in the next few years it will be even more bigger than this, and the hype still gets bigger for sure. Riot as a company and as a tournament organization, I think they're doing their job pretty well, I would say. And I think first strike in for India, will it happen? I don't know, but I think it should happen.
Yeah.
We, as you can see, Team Mahi, which is Team Velocity, they beat one of the best teams in Thailand, and they came third in that PvP series, which is a big achievement for India. I would say, beating top SCA teams is not at all simple. It's very
Yeah.
difficult. I have played against those guys. I just got wrecked by them, and these guys beating them gave gave confidence to me that there are many skilled Indian teams, and I'm pretty sure we can do very well in the SCA region for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think, at least from my experience with the way Riot works, they're very methodical. And like first, like I tell this to everybody, like the main reason for it not happening was that we didn't really have a server set up by then. So hopefully for Champions Tour in 2021, we at least get a shot at making it to that world stage, because, as you said, India definitely proven to do so. And like on the note of the game, I want to ask you, there's a new agent coming actually, Yoru. Have you had a chance to look at him at all?
Just saw the the character's appearance. That's it.
Uh-huh.
I don't know anything about the abilities, and I saw the new battle pass. I don't know how everything gets leaked in this Valorant thing, man.
This,
Last battle was also it got leaked. The new not the new agent, but the entire battle pass thing.
yeah. I mean, Rito, please don't kill me, but like I've heard rumors from League of Legends days where this is actually a marketing tactic, where
So
they put it out early so that
yeah,
people just
right,
get
right.
hyped. really, really hyped, and it works. Like, fair enough, I love it, and because we get to see everything in advance, we get to like wait for it. Really, push everybody, because towards the end of a battle pass or towards the end of a season, people will be like, okay, it's done, it's over. But like when you have that new thing coming on the horizon, you're just like, okay, you know what? I'm still excited. I still want to keep going. But I actually want makes me want to ask you. Um, we've talked a lot about like your journey and about how like we can expect Team Tamilas to keep improving in the future. But coming back to Rafa, like for you, like how is this esports career suiting you? Like what is the support from your family, your parents, and like how does it feel like to be call yourself an esports professional player?
Yeah, first of all, my parents don't like esports. They don't support me. Yeah, they always think that I'm just playing video games, not esports. There is a difference between video games and esports, right?
Yeah.
Esports, you can take up as a career, whereas video games you just play it casually, right? So convincing my parents that no, I'm just a professional. No, to be honest, I'm not a professional Valorant player. No, I'm a semi-pro. You can say
Okay.
that. Yeah, convincing my parents that I'm a Valorant player and I can represent India in international tournaments and all that. It was very big task for me. It took days for me to convince. The one thing which made them understand, I would say, is winning the season. I mean, Series Three, TC tournament, and proudly saying that we are the champions and all that. And recently there was an article, on Sports Kida about
Mm-hmm.
me, which made sure that my parents supported fully on this. And yeah,
So, what did it feel like, to have? Because I personally, too, having shifted from like finance to esports, I know a bit about the entire like conversation that you need to have. So, what does it feel like, to show your parents not just, hey, I won TC Challenger Series 3, then to have like a popular, not just esports website, but like Sportskeeda, it has its own sports section to so prove that, hey, esports is not just video games, it's more about sports. Like, where do you lie now? Like, do you have that sense of satisfaction? Like, now that you sort of have that family support behind you, you can really, really grow as that player?
not really. I would say not really, because my parents are convinced that is okay. But my relatives, my friends still think
Mm-hmm.
that I'm just playing a video game.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but yeah, I think I can still improve, go on to a bigger stage, represent India. That is my goal right now. To represent India in foreign tournaments.
Yeah.
When I do that, I think I will be fully satisfied. Till then,
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, that's a very important goal to have. Like, you're actually talking about it with people like Hellranger earlier. Like, you should not be happy with just getting into an org. You should always be striving to make it internationally, because that's
yeah.
when you really get to prove yourself. But it's really nice getting to know you, Raf. I think there's a lot of things that fans didn't necessarily know about the way Rafa is that they will get to know now. So on that note, like I want to ask you if there's anything you want to say to fans, maybe in Tamil, so just to like vibe with them on that personal level and sort of just tell them thank you.
Uh, இது வரைக்கும் எனக்குன்னு இல்லை, டீம் தமிழாஸ் கொடுத்த சப்போர்ட் உங்களுக்கு எப்படி என் சைட்லேருந்து எப்படி உங்களுக்கு தேங்க் பண்ண எனக்கு சத்தியமாக தெரியல. என் ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணும்போதெல்லாம் ரெகுலராக வரீங்க. இது எப்படி உங்கள் சைட்லேருந்து நீங்கள் நான் ஸ்ட்ரீம் பண்ணுறேன் பார்க்க போகிறீங்க அப்படிலாம் இல்லை. எனக்கு இது ஒரு எப்படி சொல்கிறது, இது ஒரு எப்படி என் ஃபேமிலி என்ன சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறாங்களோ அந்த லெவலுக்கு நீங்கள் என்ன சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுறீங்க. எனக்கு இட் மீன்ஸ் அ லாட் டு மீ. சும்மா நார்மலாலாம் நான் சொல்லேன், ஃபுல்லா ஹார்ட்ஃபுல் மனசுலேருந்து சொல்கிறேன். அதுதான் சொல்லுவாங்கள்ல, ஃப்ரம் மை ஹார்ட் ஐ எம் சேயிங் திஸ். தேங்க் யூ ஸோ மச். தேங்க் யூ ஃபார் சப்போர்ட்டிங் மீ. அப்புறம் இன்னும் நான் இது உங்களுக்கு எல்லாருக்குமே தெரியும், டீம் தமிழாஸ் ஒழுங்கா இப்போ பேட் ஃபேஸில் இருக்காங்கன்னு. தே ஆர் நாட் டூயிங் ஃபைன். ஐ நோ வாட்ஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் எவ்ரிதிங். பட் கீப் சப்போர்ட்டிங் அஸ். I don't think we'll fail you guys again. We'll do our best, and you just have to give us some time, to find the correct team, find the perfect practice schedule and all that, to make sure that we'll be the consistent top three teams in India. அது பண்ற வரைக்கும் எங்கள சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுங்க. சப்போர்ட் பண்ணுவீங்கன்னு எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருக்கு. அத மறக்காம பண்ணுங்க. என் ஸ்ட்ரீமுக்கு வாங்க. நான் வந்து முடிஞ்ச அளவுக்கு உங்களுக்கு சொல்லிக் குடுக்குறேன். ஹவ் டு பிளே வேலரண்ட், ஹவ் டு டூ சம்திங் இன் வேலரண்ட். ஐ வில் டெஃபினெட்லி ஹெல்ப் யூ கைஸ். ஸோ டில் தென் சப்போர்ட் அஸ். தட்ஸ் இட். தேங்க் யூ.
I mean, you guys heard it, right? நீங்க தான் ஃபேமிலி. நீங்க தான் சப்போர்ட்
எஸ்,
பண்ணோம். லைக் பேட் டைம்ஸ்லயோ குட் டைம்ஸ்லயோ நீங்க தான் இருப்பீங்க. நீங்க தான்
எஸ்,
சொன்னோம்
எஸ்,
லைக்
எஸ்.
நீங்க தான்
எக்ஸாக்ட்லி.
பெஸ்ட். ஸோ யா, like I also want to say thank you to everybody. Like there's a reason I think you were one of the most requested. Like ever since the start. I think I did Sami first. I did SK Rossi even before that. And from then I've been like, please do Rafa, please do Rafa. And it's because like constantly like I don't think people even knew I was from Chennai back then, but the love I felt from the fans is absolutely amazing because you guys are the best. Make sure to show Rafa your love. I'm gonna make sure his links are in the description as well on the card right here on the video, so go check that out. And Rafa, thank you so much for taking the time and really talking to me. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and I'm sure that there'll be a lot more content coming from our side. So if you enjoyed it, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time with another Talking the Climb episode and more content. Bye bye.
Bye guys.
I hope you enjoyed watching that episode of Talking the Climb with Rafa. It was one hell of an episode to make, and there's so much more to come in 2021. At least 5 more episodes of Talking the Climb lined up, and a brand new series coming. So make sure that you subscribe, hit that like button, and get the notifications bell on so you're on time to every single episode or stream that I put up. Now, if you'd like to watch any of my past episodes or past streams, over here on the left you'll find a playlist of all the episodes of Talking the Climb we made so far. And over here on the right you'll find the Talking the Climb episode with Flex, Rafa's teammate. Go give that a shout out too. Hit the like button if you haven't. We'll see you in the future with more episodes. Have a great day. Bye bye.